but someone's actually come on and said, morning Laura, Ali, Gabby, Lukaku is the problem, not fatigue. We score more goals when he's not playing. We are much more stylish when we play with a false nine. That's from Paul. Just a quick one, Gabby, your argument back to that?
I disagree with that. I think maybe certain games it might suit Chelsea to play a false nine like Man City do, but there's been games where they've done that and they've not been scoring any goals as well. But we've seen what Lukaku can do when he first come to Chelsea. We've seen what he's done at Inter Milan. If you've got right backs and left backs not putting crosses in at the right time, Ali, what can you do? He's not a Haaland who's going to come and pick the ball up, turn and fly past people. Do you know what I mean? He needs service, Lukaku. So I bet he's throwing the change room up and down when he gets in a half time, Ali. You know, he's a big lad. I bet he's fuming.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Okay, guys, this is going to be a brilliant game because Duncan Ferguson has been appointed caretaker manager of Everton. His first match back in charge will be Everton's clash with Aston Villa on Saturday. You can hear it live and exclusive on talkSPORT from 12:30. The Toffees sit 6 clear of the relegation zone. They're in desperate need of results. I just want to give you some of the names of players that are going to be going back. So obviously you've got Steven Gerrard, who's going to be leading Aston Villa. You've got Philip Coutinho, a former Red as well. Luca Digne going back to Goodison Park too, having just left. There's a lot of fire on both sides of this, isn't there? So how do we think it's going to go? Why don't we start with Big Dunk, because he is, of course, we know him as a massive leader, massive personality, Everton through and through. Ali, is he what the club needs at this stage?
I think he is 100% what the club needs at this moment in time, because the Everton fans have understandably been disillusioned with what's been happening, right? The club, to be fair to Moshiri, they've spent millions and millions of pounds, right? The argument, so there's been a willingness to spend. I think the problem is I don't think the money's been spent that wisely, to tell you the truth. As I say, there has been a desire to go and sign better players. However, I don't think the recruitment has been up to scratch, to tell you the truth. And I think the Everton fans understandably are a little bit disillusioned. The Benitez situation, listen, we all said at the time,
dearie me.
I know, it was just one of these situations. There was always going to be a section of Everton fans that were never going to accept it.
Alex McLeod's coming to Villa a month after he relegated Birmingham City. There were people protesting at the stadium, Aston Villa fans. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. Like the last few days of Rafa's time at Everton, all you seen on Twitter and Instagram was he sold Digne to Steven Gerrard, who's his ex-Liverpool player. Everyone's saying he's the secret agent Rafa Benitez. The Liverpool fans are singing his name at Anfield against Brentford. Like, it was never going to work. Like, unless he won a cup or he got into the top 6, Laura, it wasn't going to work. So, just baffles me, some of these owners. Randy Lerner done it. It baffles me. They don't listen to people and they just go and make silly appointments, and that was a shocking one.
See, the one thing that Fergie will give them, would you? He'll get... Now, listen, we can argue about the pros and cons, about the tactical nous and all that kind of stuff, everything. But I would suggest that Everton fans, the majority of them at this moment in time, aren't really interested in that. All they want to see is 11 Everton players going out and being totally committed to giving a performance that the Everton supporters can be proud of. That's what the Everton fans would settle for right now.
And they won't accept, Ali, they won't accept Steven Gerrard, the arch enemy, coming there and turning them over with ease.
Yeah.
So Duncan Ferguson will be saying that as well to the players. Like, he's one of the players that used to always score against you, always win against you. Don't let him come here with Digne, with Coutinho. You go out there and put in a performance for these fans. And I think it will 100% lift that team.
What else is going to go on in terms of the way that Everton move forward? Because Duncan Ferguson, when he was interim manager last time, we've mentioned this quite a lot, the fact that he was actually unbeaten in the Premier League, and the teams that he came up against, a Chelsea side he beat 3-1, a Manchester United side that he drew with, and an Arsenal side he drew with as well. Those are big fixtures, and they need a big reaction, and they managed to come through those games unbeaten. So if he does a good job this time round, what more do you think he's got to do to potentially get that job full time, or is he not the right person to get that job full time, Gabs?
Yeah, but who is the right person? They've tried everyone. They're talking about Martinez back when Everton fans wanted him gone. Ancelotti done okay there. Silva done okay, nothing special. So for me, Duncan Ferguson does well. Just keep him in there. You don't have to give him a 5-year contract, do you, Ali? Give him a year-by-year contract. Let him see how he does. And if it's not working out, then you might bring in someone else. But he will lift them players.
Let me give you some of the names that are in the frame, as well as Duncan Ferguson. You've got Rooney, Lampard, Graham Potter. Graham Potter seems to be the name that pops up now. Any time any team at the top of the table are linked with any kind of movement.
Martinez as well, probably.
Yeah. So what do we think of these names? So Graham Potter, Frank Lampard, Wayne Rooney, 3 English managers.
Graham Potter 100 to 1? Why would Graham Potter want to go to Everton? No way he would want to go there. No offence to Everton, but they're 6 points off relegation. Brighton are going places. If Graham Potter wants to leave Brighton, Ali, I'm sure he's going to be looking at a Manchester United or a bigger job than Everton.
I'll give you a few reasons. Sorry, I'll give you a few reasons why maybe he might want to go to Everton. He'll get investment. He'll get money to spend. We know that because they do spend money, don't they? A brand new stadium's coming on the way as well. The structure potentially of a bigger club. I'm sorry, Brighton, but they're still relatively small in comparison. Would that attract him? Do you think, Ali?
Oh, listen, of course it's an option, absolutely. But I'm probably leaning towards agreeing with Gab at this moment in time. I'm not sure. I would think, and I can't speak for him. I can only give an opinion from the outside looking in. I think he's done a brilliant job, Potter. And I know Billy Reid, his assistant, they are doing a fantastic job down the road. And I don't think, looking at it, I just don't think they would think that the business is finished yet at Brighton. I mean, what a job they're doing, would you? What a job they're doing. And I don't have any doubt that his time will come. But I know I keep saying it, and there is an element of me being biased. Give it a big dunk to the end of the season. And if he does do well, 100%. Give him the job.
Yeah.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.